Welcome. It's a Duke Sports Show, live on Facebook Live and live on Hosanna Radio every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8. Also, triple cast on the Duke Sports Podcast. Available on iTunes, available on Spotify, and all major platforms. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a while. I know it's been a good minute, but just want to share a bit. I added another. God allowed me and my wife to add another baby to the family. Kids are a blessing. So I've been dealing with that. And it's been very busy in the household, and God gave us opportunity to now go to 5. So now it's 5 of us, and that's a blessing. I know I've been missing a lot in action. I've been having there's been a lot of stuff going on since I've been out. Sorry, and I hope to be more consistent with the programming. Facebook Live, Hosanna Radio, do Sports Podcasts on Spotify, Apple, and all major platforms. So let's get right into it. You know how we do it. I'm going to start with a quick prayer. Father God, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy, for getting us here and safe. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, but by the grace of God, we're here. Continue to bless this station. Continue to bless everybody that's part of it. And continue to bless the ministry as well. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I'm back, better than ever. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for watching in. It's been a while. And it's been a lot of stuff going on lately, man. This Duke Sports Podcast, Duke Sports Show, and Duke Facebook show on Facebook. And since the last time I was here, it was the playoffs going on and whatnot. It's a while back, man. Golden State got it again. I'm happy to say that was my pick. After Phoenix got eliminated, I'm happy about that. Steph Curry with the shot, boy. And they got another win. And now people can't bring up the fact that Steph Curry never had a Finals MVP. That's over and done with. We don't have to talk about that anymore. That was like the only thing left in his resume that wasn't complete, and he got it. And now people are bringing up, well, he got the same amount of, he got more rings? Well, how many? LeBron got 4 rings, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think both got 4 now. Okay. Both got 4 now. So now, Steph Curry tied with LeBron, and now he could possibly pass LeBron. And I know LeBron is furious about that, but there's something I want to get into, man. And the reason why I want to get into this because there's a lot of stuff going on lately that there's a saying, too much of anything eventually becomes a bad thing. Too much of anything eventually becomes a bad thing. And the reason why I say that, let's break this down. Like, let's really delve into this right now. LeBron James. I'm bringing him up because even though he's currently not the best player in the league, but he's the most powerful player in the league, right? And LeBron James started all this when he was in Cleveland. Player movement, the the player empowerment era. That's all LeBron, right? And you know, once he started doing what he did, of course, going to Miami. Hey, me, I'm in Miami. You know, we were a beneficiary of that. You know what I'm saying? But he started it when he left to go to Miami, all right? I'm going to leave the team that I was drafted, that gave me all the money, that, you know, pretty much, you know, did whatever I wanted to do, and I was the star player and whatnot. And, you know, he started it. And in my opinion, right, once he did that, it started a snowball effect. Now, and after that, you had other people leaving, joining other teams. Paul George did it twice, from OKC to Clippers. You have Kawhi Leonard going from San Antonio to Toronto, which he won a ring. But then and this is when I knew something was up, that we was about to like get into something a weird era, was because when it wasn't even, let's not even start with Kawhi Leonard. Let's start off with Kevin Durant, who is the biggest big story right now anyways. But let's start with Kevin Durant. The reason why I want to start with Kevin Durant is because when it comes to Kevin Durant, he was on pretty much a star-studded team in OKC. Then after that, he loses in a highly competitive playoff series with the Golden State Warriors. Then literally that same offseason, he decides to go to Golden State, right? Competitively, if we're speaking based on just the competitive spirit, based on just pure athletics, right? In my opinion, I could never do such a thing, right? Go from one team that you were bad, like one team that you was with, where you almost got over the hump, to a team that beat you just by that much, and then you go to the next season and go to the same team that beat you. I can't do that. Let's start off right there. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody else could come on this show and call in and say that they were okay with Kevin Durant doing that, you're lying. You're lying, bro. Competitively, there's nobody else that would do, in my opinion, do something like that. I wouldn't. If I'm on the court, we in the park, me, Scotty, I mean not Scott, yeah, and Jerry, and James and whatnot, and we getting whooped by Billy, Misha, and Otnell, right? And next thing you know, Otnell or whoever on the team, or Billy team, they probably had to go, or we went from, instead of 3-on-3, we went to 4-on-4, right? Let me give that example. Now we're doing fours instead of threes. Next thing you know, instead of Billy, Misha, and Otnell finding another fourth player, right? Me, right? I'm not even allowing them an opportunity to find another player. I'm going and I'm telling I'm telling Misha and Otnell, hey, you don't got to find a fourth player. I'm coming to your side. Mm-hmm. Right? That's pretty much what Kevin Durant did. Because I'm here with Jerry and James, and we losing. And then, we going to fours. I said, forget it. I'm going to Misha's team. Now, they have a fourth player. Now, all of a sudden, it's just Jerry and James. And they got to find, instead of just finding one player, now they got to find two players. Now, in my opinion, if we are in the park and we see that happens, what is your opinion? What is your first reaction? Dang, Alvin, that's what you're doing, bro? You gonna leave us to go for them? Now, you just tried us, bro. Now we gotta find two players instead of one. How you just gonna go to the team that we've been trying to beat, right? That's exactly what Kevin Durant did. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. If LeBron did something like that, he would have got killed. He would have been demoralized, man. Kevin Durant went and did it, and everybody's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be great. Oh, this is gonna be the best team and decades, this and that. He did not get as much vitriol, as much flack as he should have, Kevin Durant. I'm just being honest. From a competitive spirit, from just competitively, that's something that I don't think we'll ever see again, right? And I understand you try to get rings and whatnot, but to that extent, in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie to you. Kevin Durant, he got 2 rings right now, right? You go to Brooklyn, right? And if you had got a ring over there, okay, we would have gave you some type of merit for that ring. But, right, and now there's rumors that Steph Curry trying to call him to come back to Golden State to do a part 2 of this thing, right? All I'm saying, those 2 rings, or if he goes back to Golden State and get 2 or 3 more rings to get 3 or 4 rings, those 4 rings that he would get in Golden State would not amount to the 1 ring he could have got in OKC. That 1 ring, if he stayed in OKC, he got an OKC, would outweigh the 4 rings you went and got in Golden State. I'm being honest. And if normally, we're not national yet, but once we get there, Kevin Durant's going to hear this, and you know how Kevin Durant is on Twitter. He snap back at you. He probably will snap back at me with this comment, but I'm just being honest, bro. This is just my opinion. So, competitively, that's something that I just would never do. I just can't see myself doing that. I keep getting whooped by Mitch, Bill, and Otnell, and next thing I say, you know what? I'm going to join them instead of keep trying to beat them. What? I can't. I don't get it. I can't do that. I'm sorry. So, That was another domino effect after the LeBron going to Miami, right? Another domino was when Kawhi Leonard coming to Toronto, right? Now I understand that wasn't his fault. The San Antonio Spurs had the control over Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was under contract, so the Spurs like, listen, we're gonna send you where we feel like is better for us, right? So now they sent him to Toronto. Next thing you know, Toronto end up winning the championship. Now, I'm about to delve into the competitive spirit one more time. Now, competitively, if me as a competitor, right, we playing, let's say, we playing 2 out of 3, right? Me, James and Jerry, right? Shouts out to Jerry and Jim, right? Now, we best 2 out of 3. We beat Mitch and his team. We beat the series, right? We the first to get the 2 wins. Now, after that, all right, Mitch is like, let's go, let's keep going. Let's tie it up. Let's go. Whoever wins the best 4 out of 5. Let's add 2 more games to it. Let's see who get the 3rd win. No, best 3 out of 4, my bad. Let's see who get the 3rd win. So now, right? Okay. It's like let's say it's like whoever gets let's go up to 3. Best 3 out of 5. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. So you add 2 more games to it. So you got to win 2 more games. So now it's like I win the first series was the best 2 out of 3. My team, I beat Mitch's team. Our team was the first to get 2 wins, so we win that series. Mitch come back and say, all right, let's go best 3 out of 5. Right? Now, best 3 out of 5, you add 2 more games. Now you gotta go and win. You gotta give them an opportunity to try to come back and win another game. You feel what I'm saying? I forgot how it worked. We ain't played ball in about 2 years and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, we beat the 2 out of 3. Mitch still want to play. Them boys still want to play. They want to have a chance to try to tie it up. We giving them out. They want an opportunity to tie it up. If they don't tie it up, we win off rip. Now we don't want 3. We don't want 3 games to your 1, but we give them an opportunity to tie it up. So now, let's just say the best 2 out of 3, we win the 2 games, right? So now, if we win the series and we win the 2 games, and Mitch and his team wants the opportunity to tie it up, and then I say, nah, I don't want to play that series anymore. We good. We stand with our series win. We stand with our 2 wins. My thing is, competitively, if I win the series 2 out of 3, they come up and say, listen, give us an opportunity to tie it up. If we don't tie it up and we lose, now you win 3-1, it's over with. Now we ain't going to do that no more. Now you win outright. And if I say competitively, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to give you that opportunity. See if you can tie it up. It's just the competitor in me. It's the competitiveness. But then you go and be like, nah, we straight. We won already, it's over. I'm not giving you an opportunity to tie it up. That's exactly what Kawhi Leonard did. Kawhi Leonard went to Toronto, won a championship, and didn't want to defend his championship. It's like the league is pretty much looking at you like, bro, come back next season and defend your title with Toronto, bro. Just sign on 1-year deal. Come back next season, sign on 1-1 in Toronto. Come back next year, defend your title with Toronto, bro. Then after that, if you want to leave, then you can leave. Bro, Kawhi Leonard won the championship with Toronto and went to the Clippers, bro. This man went to the Clippers. Now, what has Kawhi Leonard did since winning that championship in Toronto? What has he done since winning that championship in Toronto? He was better off staying one more year in Toronto and defending your title. Bring back everybody, bring back the same team, plus a draft pick, so you probably would have had another player, developing another player you added to the team, whatever. You could have got to add some more free agents. Fred VanVleet became an even better player the next year. Who knows? How do you know you didn't? You probably would have reached back to the finals with that same team. You just won the championship. I don't get it. This man won the championship with Toronto and left to the Clippers. That's when I know something is wrong. Then another domino was when James Harden. You first was with Chris Paul. Then they trade Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul. They put Chris Paul. And after that, you didn't want that. And then after that, you said you want to trade. They're like, nah, bro, we done so much for you, we ain't gonna trade you. You said, all right, we ain't gonna trade you. I ain't gonna trade me. All right, then this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna hang out, go to the strip club. I'm gonna eat all I can eat. All I can eat buffets for the gain weight. I'm still come play. I'm gonna be 10, 15 pounds heavy. And guess what? I don't care. I'm not training. I'm not doing nothing. All I'm doing is coming to the games and playing. Everybody looking at James Harden on the court like, bro, this man fat, bro. What the freak going on? Why? Because he wanted to leave Houston. This man intentionally affected his play on the court to send a message saying, I want out of here. I want to get traded. You get traded to Brooklyn, right? You get traded to Brooklyn. You go join Kevin Durant. You go join Kyrie Irving. Bro, that first playoffs, you was already fat, so you had a hamstring issue during the playoffs. You could barely do anything, right? But you didn't want to show them that, I had a hamstring and I messed myself up by eating a whole bunch of food and hanging out. So you forced yourself through the playoffs even though you could barely give anything. Following season, right? You get back in a little bit of shape, this and that. Okay, you engage. All of a sudden, you didn't like how they was letting Kyrie do whatever he want, this and that. Then you ask for another trade. Not even a year. On a second team. Asking for another trade. Going back on the court, not playing the way you should, sitting down, sitting out games, this and that. Now they're like, oh, shoot. Then they traded you again. That's when I knew, okay, man, we're getting into some dangerous waters right now, bro. My mindset, that's when I'm start thinking, all right, this next bargaining agreement might be the most competitive, the most stringent collective bargaining agreement coming up. Because guess what? You have players who what they're doing now is the way these contracts are set up is for you to stay in your hometown. Hey, you can sign a Supermax on the team that you've been on, and it's an incentive for you to stay in that organization, right? What they're doing now is they're signing that Supermax, and then right after they sign the Supermax, I want to trade. So they're making sure they get the bag. They're making sure they get that cash. They go ahead and sign it and act like they're going to stay. Next thing you know, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So now, you have owners that are mad. You have everybody. Perfect example. We got the situation right now. Kevin Durant. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Let's get into this, bro. Because I really want to get into this, bro. Because let me tell you, I respect Kevin Durant as a player, right? I kind of didn't like the fact when he went to go to state. I didn't like that. I felt like you should stay to OKC with Russell Westbrook. But that's just me. You went to OKC, cool. You were with the Dub Nation, this and that. You won 2 rings, cool. That was good, this and that. It made great television. It was great for us because we didn't like LeBron, stuff like that, for going back to Cleveland because guess what? I was rooting for you to beat LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So you beat LeBron two out of those 3 years. I feel like the 1 year that LeBron won that championship, I felt like the refs was cheating for LeBron when LeBron was walking over Draymond Green. And then Draymond Green, all he was doing was defending himself. He got suspended the next game. And guess what? Because of that, LeBron ended up winning that next game. Guess what? That caused him to win the championship. So I said it. That championship was given to LeBron James because we all know if Draymond Green was playing that next game after LeBron walked over him, ain't no way Cleveland Cavaliers would have won that championship that year. Kevin Durant could have had three rings with Golden State instead of 2. But that's just me. So now we have this situation right here. Kevin Durant, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You tore your Achilles, bro. You tore your Achilles. That's one of the worst injuries in sports. Football, basketball, baseball, you name it. The worst injury in sports. Technology has advanced over the years. Go back 2000, all the way to 2022, that's 22 years of research. 22 years of modern technology advancing. That's a long time. So from 2000 to 2022, that's 22 years ahead. 22 years of modernized research to have an adaptive practice when it comes to Achilles repairing, right? Back then, in 2000, you tell your Achilles your career is over. 22 years later, you tell your Achilles you do some invasive surgery from more modernized research, more modernized practicing. Guess what? You can come back as if you never tore your Achilles, right? Praise God. I thank God, because the reason why I say that is because if you could see something like that happen, you never know. 5, 6, 7, 10 years down the road, we can have a breakthrough when it comes to cancer research. We're gonna have a breakthrough when it comes to other types of research and stuff like that. You never know. Alzheimer's research. You never know. It could be a lot more invasive treatments that could 10, 20 years down the road could be breakthrough. We won't have we will have better situations when it comes to certain diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's and whatnot. It's encouraging that as years pass by, more research is being done when it comes to certain ailments in our bodies. So that's in my opinion, that's encouraging, right? Because you tore your Achilles, which honestly should have been a career ender, but nowadays, because of modern technology, you can come back within 12 to 18 months and still go back to being Kevin Durant. You tore your Achilles with Golden State in the finals. You still go to Brooklyn, right? You go to Brooklyn and sign a 1 or 2 year deal, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or a 2 or 3 year deal. I forgot how many years they signed. After signing that Achilles, after tearing your Achilles, the Brooklyn Nets gave you a max contract to come play, right? When they gave you a max contract to come play, you sat down for Brooklyn. You didn't play with Brooklyn for another year and a half. And another year and a half, you was getting paid max dollars, bro. And you tore that Achilles before you got to Brooklyn. Now let's understand this. You tore your Achilles before you got to Brooklyn, right? So now, after that, that's when acting better than ever. Thank you for tuning in. The Dude Sports Show. Once again, every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 on Hosanna Radio, and also on Facebook Live, and also on iTunes, Spotify, and all major platforms. So me going back to what I was saying, a lot of players nowadays, you're seeing player movement, player empowerment. But in my opinion, you can't say in all instances the franchises are working against you when you tore Achilles, and they still give you a max contract, and you don't play for a year and a half later. They let you sit and rehab a year and a half later. A year and a half later. Now, a year and a half comes by, you play, you're back to being Kevin Durant, your stock is back up, your value is back up, and whatnot, and all of a sudden, now, don't get it twisted. Once Kevin Durant was back, he was easily the most consistent player for Brooklyn. Easily. Most consistent. He was there every day, every game. Right? Now, for me, I feel like, bro, I would stick with Brooklyn. Why ask for a trade? Let them boys get out of here. If James Harden don't want to be here, let him go. If Kyrie Irving don't want to be here, let him go. I don't have a problem. See, but then here's the thing. And this probably is one of the reasons why he want to trade. Is because Kyrie Irving, the only team that wants Kyrie Irving is the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, with the Los Angeles Lakers, you trade Kyrie Irving, who you going to get back? Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant, like, damn. If I'm going to end up with Russell Westbrook again, I might as well don't be here because I don't want to be back with Russell Westbrook. I left OKC because I don't want to play with Russell Westbrook. Well, in my opinion, as a fan, I would love to see the return of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook finishing where they left off. But in my opinion, I just feel like it comes to a point in time, bro, where you just have to find a home, man. Let's get back to, like, okay, when we think about Miami Heat, we think about Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade spent most of his career here. Nowadays, with this era of players, you can't, there's not one, okay, when you go to the retirement, when you go retire, what team are you going to represent? What team are you going to represent? Because you played for this team, you played for this team, you asked for a trade for this team, you was a free agent, then you went to this team. What team are you going to represent? Like, I don't get it. Like, I get it. Like, player improvement, player empowerment, player movement. But Brooklyn supported you, bro. Brooklyn they showed you good faith. They tried everything they possibly can do to bring talent to you. It's not their fault that James Harden all of a sudden didn't want to play no more with Kyrie Irving. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that they didn't know. It's not their fault that Kyrie Irving all of a sudden didn't want to take the vaccine that caused them not to play. It's not their fault that Kyrie Irving come and say, hey, I'm going to take a break and I'll come back in 2 weeks. Next thing you know, you see him on Instagram in a club with his family, partying, this and that. When this man's supposed to be on the court playing with with Kevin Durant and James Harden. It's not Brooklyn's fault that happened. Granted, it happened. You pissed off about it. You didn't like that. Okay, we understand all that. But then they're trying to move on with them. They moved James Harden. They're trying to move on, or and the thing that throws everybody off is everybody thought Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant was buddies. This is a weird era, man. Mm-hmm. Because y'all go from you know how this is I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is something I always wanted to do. Shouts out to Philip. I always see Philip be having these patented, customized handshakes with certain individuals. I'll see him do one with Terry. I'll see him do one with Mitch and all these other people. And I'm like, man, maybe one day I'll have a patented handshake with Phil one day. You see what I'm saying? But then you go on, you watching NBA games, and you see Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. They do this the patented Philip handshake. They're doing it. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's where I remember it from and stuff like that. And then when I see that, what that show? That show that you my dog, you my homeboy. We are close to the point where we have a patented, created handshake, sequential handshake that nobody else can replicate. That's how tight that we are. So now when I see that, and the next thing you know, 2 months later, I want to trade. 2 months later, I don't want to be here no more. Bro, just a month ago, I seen you and Kevin Durant dapping it up, having the patented handshake like y'all boys. That means when you do a handshake like that, that means that y'all boys hang out. That means that you guys were so close to the point where you guys spent time to make a handshake showing, yeah, we boys, bro. You my homie. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. And then next thing you know, a month and a half later to 2 months, I want to trade. I don't want to be here no more. Then you go and say, these are the teams I want to go to. Bro, you just played 29 games, bro. You barely played in the season. And then you taking 2 weeks off and they see you on Instagram in the club with your family, with your dad and your mom and your sisters, hanging out, talking about, I need to be off. You think teams wanted to trade for you? Once you realize no team want to trade for you, then you try to play hardball and say, oh, I'm going to take the $6 million mid-level exception with the Los Angeles Lakers. Right? And then they're like, bro, go ahead and take that $6 million. We're not giving you the extension. He wanted the extension. That's what he wanted. He wanted the extension, and then they didn't give it to him. So now, after that, he said, you know what? They called my bluff. I'm going back to take $36 million. Bro, once he was doing that, you had reports coming out saying Kevin Durant is watching this series, very closely. Once I seen that, I'm like, okay, there it go. Kevin Durant don't like what Kyrie Irving just did. Cause, just like I said, if you boys, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all tight. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, and this is the thing that I don't like. And this is the thing where Kevin Durant might feel some type of way. Kevin Durant, every point, at every instance that he could have threw a jab or could have said something negative about Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant defended Kyrie Irving. At every point. He defended Kyrie Irving. Because guess what? Kyrie Irving, my boy. We got the patented handshake. We close. You feel what I'm saying? We homeboys. I came over to Brooklyn because you was there. Because you my homie. You my brother. And now you trying to leave? Me hanging in Brooklyn? When it comes to that, bro, I don't understand the generation, bro. Because my thing is like, how you just gonna leave your brother hanging like that, bro? This man defended you. So I understand why Kevin Durant said, you know what? I want to trade. I want to leave. I don't want to play with Kevin Durant. I'm Kyrie Irving. But my thing is like, Brooklyn did everything they possibly could do for you. Whatever they wanted, they gave it to you. They gave you a $193 million extension. When they gave you that $193 million extension, right? They saying, even though you're 34 years old, guess what? We're going to give you that money, and you're going to be making $50-something million when you're 38. Because we feel like, because we invest in you, bro. We believe in you, bro. Bruh. You didn't even start that contract yet, and you asked for a trade. Now, see, that's a problem. That's a problem because Brooklyn is looking at it like, bro, we got you for 4 years. We thinking we finna do this thing together. Even though, okay, we got these people, Kyrie Irving, who you thought that was your boy, he trying to leave to go back to LeBron. And this is what I don't understand. This is why I don't understand this generation, bro. This generation is weird to me. I thought you left LeBron because you didn't want to play with LeBron. Now you want to go back to LA and play with LeBron? What's up with this generation, bro? Don't get it twisted. In the Christian community, we, Hosanna Radio, of course, we believe in forgive and forget. You know what I'm saying? We got something going on, stuff like that. You know, something happened, we fall out. All right, cool. And you feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, ain't nothing to it and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. Now we make up and stuff like that. That's fine and stuff like that. But to publicly request a trade and leave Cleveland, and that's the thing. When you left Cleveland, y'all had something going. Y'all won a championship. Everything was going good in Cleveland. You're the one who messed that up. You're the one who caused LeBron to leave and go to Los Angeles. Now you're trying to go with him to Los Angeles. You should have stayed in Cleveland with him. That was a good tandem. It doesn't make any sense. And, side note, when I bring up the handshake when it comes to Philip, that's not a slight to Philip. Philip, it's all love and stuff like that. I'm just bringing it up because that was something, that was very unique that I always saw you and the brothers in the church would always do and stuff like that. So that's all that is. Now, when it comes to all this trade request and free agency and all that stuff like that, like it's to be honest, it's getting a little bit out of hand. And guess what? Adam Silver, he brought that up the other day. There's a story from Adam Silver. He was asked about it. He was asked about it on this is a website I'm getting on right now. On the Fox News, it says Adam Silver sounds off on Kevin Durant for requesting a trade from the Nets. The Nets, the story starts off, Durant has 4 years left on his contract. The Nets aren't the only ones frustrated by Kevin Durant requesting a trade out of Brooklyn. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is upset about the situation as well. Silver held a news conference from Tuesday's league-only meeting and was asked to share his thoughts about Kevin Durant's trade request. While most assume that the commissioner will take the easy way out and not really expand on the situation, Silver
he's looking beyond today's horizon.
Silver did the exact opposite. Silver made it abundantly clear that he isn't happy with what's taking place in Brooklyn. Specifically, the commissioner made note that Durant isn't holding up his end of the bargain. The bargain Silver is referring to is 4 years still left on Durant's contract. Listen, man, enough is enough. That's what the league is starting to say. Enough is enough, man. Stop with all this. I want to trade this. Okay, you're a free agent. You go to another team, whatever. That's fine, right? See, and this is what. Before I continue the story, this is what they were combating against, right? What they did was, what Adam Silver and the NBA commissioners, in the administration did was, they said they didn't like, because what was going on was star players were leaving their home team to go to other team making less money, right? After a while, the commissioner and the administration said, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna incentivize star players to stay on their team by being able to sign for more money on their home team, right? So now, you got players, they still want to leave and do what they want to do and go to different teams. And guess what? The money is growing. The more you leave as a free agent to go to different teams, the more expensive it's becoming, the more money you're losing. Because now if you leave to go to another team, you're literally leaving $40 to $50 million on the table. That's a lot of money, right? So now this is what they're doing. They still want to leave and go to another team. What they're going to do first is act like they want to stay. They're going to act like they want to stay. Sign that Supermax. Then a year later, I want to trade. Or during the trade, they're like, I want to trade. Now you're like, bro, you just signed a Supermax. So now they're not going to free agency and taking less money to go to another team. Nah, it's too much money to lose now. What they're doing now is, I'm going to keep this money. I'm going to sign an extension and then ask to trade. So I'm going to still get my money and still go to another team. No, sir, you can't do that. You can't do that. Nah, that's not how it's going to work. So now you've had people who successfully done it. You had James Harden do it twice. Now, when they seen that, Adam Silver and the NBA is like, hold up, this is not what it was designed to do. No, once you sign that contract, it's good faith that you staying with that team. That's what it was designed for. It was designed for you to stay on your home team. So now, I guarantee you, before I continue this article, this is what they're going to do in the offseason. You sign the Supermax with that home team, it's guaranteed you must stay at least 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Or they might just say, hell with it. You sign that Supermax, that's because you can't get traded. You got to stay there unless the team want to trade you. Bam! You can't request a trade. That's what they're going to do because they see that you taking advantage of the situation. You taking advantage of the system. You playing the system. Granted, I understand you do what you got to do for you, but their mindset is that, we got to fight back on this. Let me continue the article. Adam Silver saying, I don't know whether he requested a trade or demanded one. Frankly, Silver explained, this needs to be a two-way street. Teams provide enormous security and guarantees to players, and the expectation in return is that they'll meet their end of the bargain. Durant signed his deal with the Nets less than a year ago, Silver being upset with how things are being transpired over the last few weeks is understandable, especially given that the Nets haven't exactly been a poster child for the league over the past year or so. It's more fair for the Nets to hold on to Durant while they wait for a suitable trade offer, especially seeing how the ink is on this $180 million contract barely dried. It's barely dry. They said the ink has barely been dry. It's barely dry there because you barely played on it. So, in my opinion, this is not looking good. And moving forward, on the next segment, we're going to take another commercial break. We're going to delve into more NBA and, sound off on some other situations that's going on that can combat this player movement thing. Because at the end of the day, man, this thing, it eventually has to stop, man. Let's get back to, the back in the days where when you think of Allen Iverson, you think of Philly, right? You think of Michael Jordan, you think of Chicago. You feel what I'm saying? You think of Akeem Olajuwon, you think of Houston. You think of Yao Ming, you think of Houston. You think of John Stockton, what do you think? You think of Utah Jazz. You know what I'm saying? You think of Kobe Bryant. You think of Los Angeles Lakers. When you think of LeBron James, what do you think? You think that, I think about Cleveland. I think about Miami. I think about LA. Which one do you think? You think about all three of them cities, right? When you think of James Harden, man, I think about OKC. I think about Houston. Oh, don't forget about Brooklyn. I also think about Philly, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Paul George, I think about Indiana. Damn, Indiana was a while back. Dang, he was in Indiana, you're right. He did go to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple years in Indiana with Roy Hibbert. My dog. Yeah. Then you think about, he was at OKC. You don't remember? You don't remember when he was playing with Russell Westbrook, the boys out there vibing? Oh, yeah. Then you think about Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, yeah, he playing on Clippers right now. Yeah. Come on, bro. Really? It's got to stop. You think about Kawhi Leonard. You think about... I don't forgot he played with Pop. I don't forgot he played for the Spurs. This man won a championship with Toronto. I don't forgot the man played his first 6 years. Matter of fact, I don't forgot he won a championship with Toronto too. The San Antonio Spurs too with Tim Duncan. Damn, he did. You right though. Where he at now? Oh, he with the Clippers. Really? Damn, what's up with these people change teams? Like, we need to get back to old school days, man. You think about Rasheed Wallace, think about Detroit Pistons, man. You think about Rip Hamilton, you think about Detroit Pistons. You think about Big Shot, Mr. Big Shot Billups. You think about Detroit basketball. You think about Isaiah Thomas. You think about the bad boy Pistons. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take a quick break. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being on Facebook Live, watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me. As long as you support me, we'll be right back.